Assalamu alaikum everyone. My most used social media platforms are Instagram and Snapchat. So I decided to take a break from them for an entire week. This is how it went and this is what I did. So from the first day, everything went super normal like usual. I did not feel anything. But as the time went on, as I started doing things, I started feeling that there was something missing in my life. Although I have missed a lot of days without social media, I have spent weeks without social media earlier as well. But this time it was completely different. This time I was challenging myself not to. And that's why, to distract myself, I started doing things that I kept as a list for some day when I would be free. But obviously, we know that that day never comes. So I started off by focusing on my studies, and this thing right here is the Forest app that I literally love. I started using it as a focus timer, and it really helps you a lot because it somewhat engages the device so you don't use it for something else. And also, when you are looking at it while you're studying, you know that you have to focus at least for that amount of time, and that was something super amazing. So I would say ditching social media at least for some hours in the beginning really helped me for my studies, because I did complete the work that I kept on for so long. And the focus timers also helped me to not just concentrate at one place and concentrate on the studies for a longer time, but also I understood that there are so many focus and concentration issues in my life, and I have to work on them in the coming time, because right now it's just going super bad. From the beginning itself, I knew that I have to use this time that I'm not giving to social media into things that are equally entertaining alternatives of it. And one of my hobbies is cooking, and I absolutely love it. So right now I literally have had so much time. I felt how many hours we have in a day. So I used this time to cook something. Even if it was just a sandwich, I had that time as entertainment. I really enjoyed it because I love cooking. So I highly recommend giving your time to the hobbies that you absolutely love, the things that you really enjoy, because that is investment and not wasting of time. Another strangely amazing thing happened, that I saved a lot of time, because right now I wasn't focusing on anything else but onto things that I was doing in my daily life. I highly recommend you that if you are ditching social media, even if it is for just a few hours, make sure you are conscious of the things that you're doing, because that will make you understand where your time goes. I did the same thing, and I found out that I had a lot of time to do other things that I usually keep in my list, that I would do it on a free day, but I never get a free day. And this Islamic notebook was one of those. I really wanted to make a journal with only my Islamic knowledge in it, the things that I really want to put down, write down things like the 99 names of Allah. So I started with it. Right now it isn't complete at all. I am still at the 60 names. I also tried to memorize some of them, and I got the time. That is a bigger surprising thing. I really enjoyed making this, because otherwise I would just be sitting somewhere looking at the snaps of people which make no sense at all. So this is highly recommended. Even if you're not doing any of these physical writing stuff, you can just go and play a quiz. Buzzfeed has a lot of variety, and I'm not doing any kind of a promotion. It's just one of the sites. I also took a 16 personality test just to find out which personality type suits me. So I would also recommend doing that. But here are some fun ones which can just quickly fill up the time gaps you have for like random stuff. And sometimes they actually make you very happy. One of my favorite things is journaling, and I really take out my time at times to write down things that are very important to me. I always ask people to ask themselves these big questions about their existence, about their purpose, about so many other things that makes them self-aware, because they are important. And you have to at some point ask yourself that, just to find out how decisive you are or how amazing you are. Here are the 2 entries that I tried this week, and I really recommend you to do that as well. Even if you don't have a very fancy diary, it's completely okay. Just take a notebook and start it. Slowly you'll find your way. Not using social media gave me a lot of time for sure, and I wanted to use every bit of it in doing things that I have piled up in all of these days. And arranging my wardrobe was definitely one of them, and it was quite a lot of fun. I would highly recommend you doing that, and if you find it super boring, then maybe try doing it color coordinated, like all the blues together and all the pinks together and all the blacks together. I did it and it was so much fun. I found out that 50% of my wardrobe was blue. Well, that's my favorite color, but I found out something cool about myself. Now, there are so many things which were just simply very disorganized, and not using social media gave me the time to organize it. Like my channel itself, it was definitely all over the place, and I wanted to give it a theme. So I got the time to do it, and this is how it looks. If you haven't checked it out, maybe you can go, and if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe as well. Now, ditching social media doesn't have to be very long term. It could be something very simple, like your skincare, or reading a book, or going through your old movies collection, or looking at old pictures. It could be anything. Just use your time otherwise in something else. And going out is highly recommended. This week I went out to a park with my family and I enjoyed loads. It was so much fun. I had no idea I could run that fast, I could go out that fast, I could climb things that fast. It was a lot of fun, and that's why I totally recommend going out. Now the question was, did I miss anything? When I went back on to checking my accounts on Instagram and Snapchat, I hardly missed out on anything. I mean, there was nothing to catch up on. My friends were still sharing the memes and different videos with me, which could have waited even longer. There wasn't anything that was like super important, and if I didn't see it on time, it just went like deadline. There wasn't anything like that, and I can assure you, you have nothing like that either. So take a long break from all the social media platforms that are bothering you, that are not helping you, to give yourself the time that you need to understand your life better. And trust me, the level of study hours that I achieved, it was insane. It was like the highest in the entire month. Although I did not study everything, but yeah, it was something, and something is obviously better than nothing. So highly recommended to not use social media as long as you could. I also took a 10 days break from WhatsApp just a few weeks back, like 2 weeks back, and it was like life changing for me. The negativity was so much there. I realized that not being there was so healthy and so important. So if you're one of those who is thinking of quitting social media, just go and uninstall it. You don't even have to inform other people. And if you want to just stay on that, make it occasional. You don't have to be consistent on social media as long as you're not putting out any content and just consuming it. Alright everyone, I will see you guys next time inshallah. Till then, subscribe to the channel so that we can stay connected. Allah Hafiz.